Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jerem from WearTesters.com. Here we have a performance review on the Peak Team Attitude, or Peak GH3s. Whatever you want to call it, let's just get straight into it. So the traction is probably the Peak Team Attitude's best feature. It covers you very nicely from heel to toe, anywhere you're going. It even covers you on those aggressive side-to-side lateral movements because the traction rolls up onto the midsole here on the lateral side as well on the medial side. So if you're a cutter, you're going to be covered at any movement you do. I didn't roll my ankle once during use. So the traction works very well on dusty floors. I didn't have to wipe during my hoop sessions. I did wipe it off after every 2 to 3 hour hoop session because quite a bit of dust does stick onto this traction, which isn't a problem during use, but after use I did wipe it off to keep them performing at a high level. So the cushion setup on the Peak Team Attitude is Peak's Cushion 3 system. It's advertised as a combination of 3 materials to provide impact protection and responsiveness to the athlete. While the cushion's hard to notice during use, after my hoop sessions, my legs, my knees, and my feet were in no pain whatsoever. If I had to categorize the cushion setup on the Peak Team Attitude, I would call it a more plush setup. Although the forefoot is a little bit more firm and has just a slight little bounce to it. Overall, the cushion setup on the Peak Team Attitude provides the athlete with necessary impact protection while providing a little bit of responsiveness and bounce in the forefoot, which is great for guards. So the materials on the Peak Team Attitude really remind me of a 90s style basketball shoe because it consists of synthetic leathers. In the forefoot you have a textured synthetic leather, and up here you have a smooth grain synthetic leather, and wrapping around the shoe you have a patent leather overlay. This patent leather overlay actually helps you stay on the footbed a little bit more. It just provides a little bit more support. The design up here, it's a spandex like material with soft rubber overlays. At first I thought this was going to restrict my flexing and my movement, but it doesn't whatsoever. It's very soft. As you can see here, it flexes without any problems, and you're not even going to feel this during your use. It's not going to dig or cut into your foot while flexing. As far as the other materials, they're very soft, which helps with the flexibility of the Peak Team Attitude. You're going to be able to flex. A lot of times when people use synthetic leathers, they're real stiff and it kind of fights your foot. But the Peak Team Attitude doesn't do that at all. You're going to be able to move wherever you want without the shoe fighting against your foot. Here on the heel there's a mesh heel cup which would have provided more lockdown if this was like a TPU or even carbon fiber for that matter. It does work, but it feels like a dumbed down version by today's standards. As you can see here on the ankle area, it's very well padded. This actually reminds me of Adidas GeoFit system, so if you're a fan of that system, you're gonna love the ankle on the Peak Team Attitude. It's not so much external so you can't really see it, but when you feel it inside, you really feel that really nice padding that provides a real comfortable fit and protection around your ankle. There's mesh on the tongue which provides some ventilation, but it's mostly covered by this midfoot design. So overall, the materials on the Peak Team Attitude are durable enough to support big and strong players, but are also soft enough that provide good flexibility for those quicker and smaller guards. So the fit. This is a little bit of an odd situation because Peak doesn't offer half sizes in this model. I'm a size 10.5, so I went a size up after doing some research and consulting with Nightwing. He had the Battier 8 and went half a size down. He recommended I go half a size up, so I got a size 11. This was the right decision because a size 10 would have been too small and uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean the size 11 was the perfect fit. It was a little bit sloppy in this midfoot area and had ample space between me and the materials of the shoe. This caused for my foot to slide during hard stops and cuts, and it doesn't provide the lockdown and great fit that you would like. But other than that, the fit was fine. I'm talking midfoot to heel area, the lockdown was good enough to keep me secure and make me do any movements that I wanted to do. It was just that forefoot area that was a little bit sloppy. But this is only a problem for people who wear half sizes. But if you don't wear half sizes, the all around fit should be good. While the fit isn't amazing, it's not gonna blow your mind away, it gets the job done. Midfoot to heel area, good. Forefoot, a little bit sloppy, but it's only gonna be a problem for people who wear half sizes. But even then, it's not that big of a deal. It just doesn't provide you with that lockdown wraparound feel that we're so accustomed to these days. So as far as ventilation, there's 2 areas you're gonna get ventilation on the Peak Team Attitude. A small little vent here on the medial side and the tongue. Like I said in the material section, the tongue is mostly covered by this midfoot design. It would be interesting to see if this midfoot design was more of a mesh material instead of this spandex material we're getting. because that would have been a little bit more breathable and it may let more heat escape. As far as this vent right here, this is not a great ideal location for ventilation. It does provide a little bit of airflow and heat to escape, but it's not in the most ideal location. So the support on the Peak Team Attitude is carried by a lateral outrigger, a molded midsole, and this patent leather layer wrapping around from the heel to the lateral side. All these factors contribute to keep your foot on the footbed and keep from your ankle from rolling. It's nothing out of this world. It's not a LeBron 11, but it provides the necessary protection an athlete needs during use. While the fit on the Team Peak Attitude was a weak point for me, ballers who don't wear half a size aren't going to experience the same problems that I did. Everything else on the Peak Team Attitude is a definition of solid. Nothing flashy, it provides the necessary elements an athlete needs to perform. Heel lockdown, support, little bit of ventilation, flexibility, but the traction is the real star on the Peak Team Attitude. Whether you're playing on clean or dusty floors, even outdoors, the traction is gonna hold up perfectly fine. The cushion setter supplies adequate protection for any athlete, big or small, and a little bit of bounce in that forefoot, which is real nice. So overall, the Peak Team Attitude provides the essentials needed to perform. It's nothing flashy, it's nothing revolutionary, it's just straight performance. Anyways guys, I hope I helped you out in this video. Hope you enjoyed it. You can pick up this model and more colorways at Peak Sports Canada. The link will be in the description. And remember guys, check out weartestas.com for any of your performance needs. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.